Hello, my name is Devin Easterlin, and I'm a co-founder here at SJA Property Management in Sterling Johnston Real Estate. And the purpose of this video series is to provide information to investors and would-be investors to help them either manage their property more effectively or get involved in real estate. So today I thought it might make sense to discuss a question that's come up quite often from our clients, and it has to do with evictions. So many of you know, if you own rental property, we haven't been able to evict non-paying tenants over the past couple years. And that's because there's been a moratorium on evictions in the state of Washington. So that has recently ended. And as of November 1st, we're able to evict based on non-payment of rent. Little caveat to that is in the city of Seattle that they have extended that moratorium for another 6 months. So if your property is in the city of Seattle, you have to wait another 6 months before you can go through this process. So that's good news for people that have tenants that are not paying. However, there are some additional requirements that you have to go through that weren't there pre-pandemic. And I would say at this time, this process is a legal process and it has some pretty specific steps. I would recommend that you consult with an attorney, one that deals with landlord-tenant in the Seattle or Washington area, is really experienced in this. I think the investment in a good attorney to help guide you through this process is well worth it. You don't want to go through the whole process only to have it negated for some technicality or something like that. So I'll just give you a brief overview so you have a basic understanding of how it's working these days. So first, when you serve your 14-day notice, there's a couple other things that you need to include with that. And one of them is an offer to the tenant for payment plans. So they can make payment plans on any past due rent within a specific date. And that should be included in the 14 days as well. And you're also going to want to include, there's a new program that they rolled out, and it's called the Eviction Resolution Program. So the Eviction Resolution Program was set up to help stem the tide of a lot of evictions all happening at once. And really it's a county by county, it's administered county by county, and really what it is mediation. So it's sort of forced mediation where both parties, the landlord and the tenant, need to attend and try to work out some way for the tenant to stay in the property and the landlord to start to get paid back any past due rent. So this is the biggest change that I've seen in the process. So you'll want to go through, so once you've served your notice and you go through that program, if you're not able to come up with a resolution that's mutually beneficial for tenant and landlord, then you would move on to the standard eviction where you go through the summons and complaint and the hearing and the show cause hearing and that type of thing, which would, after that, if the judge agrees, there'd be, the writ would be issued and you'd move through the process like that. So, good news is, if you do have a tenant that's behind in rent, you do have some mechanism to start to remove them. It does take longer than it used to. It used to be about 5 to 6 weeks from start to finish if you had to go through a full eviction program. And now that can be longer. So factor that into your plans as well. If you do find yourself in this situation, again, reaching out to an attorney is the best practices. We do have people coming to us as property managers and asking if we can help. And our whole job is to make sure that we keep our owners out of these situations, and we're really good at doing that. And I might share some of those steps in another video, but we're not able to help strictly with the eviction if we didn't place the tenant. So we could help guide you to an attorney that might be to help you through that process. So thank you very much. I really appreciate the time. If you like this video, please, or if you found it valuable, please like it or subscribe to our channel. We'll be coming up with other videos from questions, real-time questions that our clients have and that have come across my desk, and provide you as much useful information as possible. So thanks so much.